That was awesome to see. That is going to do it.
Welcome back to the Halo Championship Series Season 1 Finals. Bravo now joined in the booth by Golden Boy for our Grand Finals. I feel incredible. That it was one of the most incredible matches I've ever seen. You said to Sims, he was a part of Halo history. I have never seen a match go that long. Yesterday, I had tweeted that that was the most incredible series that I had ever casted, the yesterday series, right, with Denial. But however, now that I can say has been topped today, and now we're going to see what our grand finals have in store.
I know, I just absolutely cannot wait, folks. Of course, guys, we're going to have Counterlogic Gaming facing off against Evil Geniuses in the grand finals. These players are going to be playing for $50,000. Okay, folks, that's a lot of nuts. All right, I just want to throw that out there. But let's go ahead and talk about some other stuffs.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we have a little bit of teasers here for Season 2 and what's to come. I'm excited for HCS Season 2 to tee up Season 2 with the HCS Season 1 Grand Finals like we have. Has been absolutely incredible.
That's right, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. So the Halo Championship Series Season 2 preseason cups 1 and 2 will take place April 5th and April 12th, giving these players some time to rest, relax, and shake up the rosters a little bit. But the first event will be taking place at Iron Games HCS Atlanta, April 17th and the 19th. We have an updated point system as well, which we'll be breaking that down later on. And there will be 2 LAN events that will lead into the Season 2 finals in July.
Yeah, also let me clarify, there will not be 2 LAN events in July, but there will be the Season 2 finals in July. So if you do want to start registering for the preseason cups, make sure you head to esl.gg/Halo eSports or halowaypoint.com/HCS. You can learn all about the Halo Championship Series if you want to begin competing in Season 2. Like you said, we're going to have an updated point system as well. And let's talk a little bit about that Iron Gaming Atlanta tournament.
Yeah, that's right. So the good news, folks, is Iron Gaming is back again after the first stop for the Halo Championship Series Season 1. And it was an incredible event where CLG ended up coming out on top. Here we go. Bravo, break this down for us.
All right, now Season 2 kickoff event is going to be Iron Games HCS Atlanta. We're very excited to partner once again with Iron Gaming to kick this off. Prize pool is going to be $25,000 for that first tournament. And I have to say, team passes are available right now. Just head to atlanta.irongaming.tv. I got to say, Iron Gaming, you see the brand new logo in the top left. They've got an all-new website as well where you can purchase those passes. I'm excited about the event. I think it's going to be great. So make sure you register now if you want to be at that event. That's where you're going to be able to grab your first HCS points for Season 2.
That's right, folks. And the good news here is that there's just going to be so much more awesomeness down the line. As you saw in the graphic before, we have another event that is yet announced. You'll find out more soon. And then the grand finals. And if they're anything like this here, you can expect yourself an incredible show. So far, it's been amazing. But Bravo, I guess, I mean, we're here.
We're here.
This is it.
It took us quite a bit of losers bracket finals matches to get here. We've had a countless game 5s yesterday and today. Gamers Forgiving, we've joked for the past 2 weeks about how that tournament was full of sweeps. It was all 3-0s. We showed that the teams that were on top, they were dominant. The upper seed, the higher seed always won those matches. However, now looking here at the HCS Season 1 Finals, everything to play for. This is the biggest Halo tournament we've seen in quite some time. The most money on the line, of course, $50,000 going to first place alone, and no team wants to give any room for the other team to take advantage of them. We saw that certainly during those losers bracket finals.
Yep, that's right. So, folks, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but first we have an awesome treat for you as well. So our friends over at Denial eSports allowed us to premiere the I guess the first trailer, the first Halo montage trailer for Denial eSports. Saw Denial compete this weekend, and I mean, obviously a great team, the UGC champions, very talented squad, and I guess I don't want to really dive much into it. I'm just going to say it's awesome. You guys are going to love it. So without further ado, here is the Denial eSports Team Taj.
up and he picked off Flamesword.
They do have control of that red base.
Oh my!
Double kill out of Cloud. There's the triple out of Cloud. Big play there. They have control of the R3. They spawn all of EG at Snake Tower. And there's Mikwin getting it done. There's a huge double kill for Mikwin.
Oh my goodness. Could this be the run that nets Denial a championship? The first championship for Denial in Halo. Will it come today here at UGC? Ryan Noob taking this flag forward. Will this be it, folks? It's going to be so close. They could smell it. And Ryan Noob, he has this opportunity. He was here earlier saying this is the best they've ever played. And will this be the case? Yes, it will be. Denial will be the UGC champion. The double kill, can he get the trip? Ryan Noob's in a position, and he does get the triple kill. Oh my goodness, he lined that one up and he picked off Flamesword.
Overkill. But EG, they do have control of that red base.
Oh my!
Double kill out of Cloud. There's the triple out of Cloud.
Oh my goodness.
There's the double kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Halo Championship Series Season 1 Finals presented by ESL. After competing in the online season, 9 teams joined us right here at PAX East in Boston. After playing in a best-of-5 double elimination bracket, only 2 teams remain. The first place prize, $50,000. Let's take a look at our first team. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Evil Geniuses. Now let's take a look at our second finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for CLG. Best of luck to both of our teams. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commentators, Andy Bravo-Dudinsky and Alex Golden Boy Mendez. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Clutch. It is time, folks, for the grand finals here at the Halo Championship Series Season 1 Championship, or Finals, excuse me. Look at me, I'm all flustered. Look, I'm still recovering from that last game. Listen, folks, there's a story here to be told, and I'm going to tell it to you right now. So it started all at Iron Gaming.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this. Iron Gaming, we saw Evil Geniuses face off against Counterlogic Gaming in the finals. That was their first battle, okay? In that final...
Oh, wait, I'll interrupt you. Their first battle was Online Cup number 1.
True.
Where EG actually faced CLG early on and knocked CLG to a top 64 finish in the first cup. EG was on top on day 1 of the HCS.
That's very true. And a lot of people said, you know, CLG, they ran into EG early, but the first battle on LAN, of course, but I do agree with you there. So there was a story to be told even before we got to Iron Gaming.
Yeah.
Then we saw Evil Geniuses fall to Counterlogic Gaming in the end. And CLG looked fantastic. Unfortunately, Pistola, who was on EG, could not compete anymore. They needed to find a new player. They needed to find a new fourth. In comes Lethal from Believe the Hype. And Lethal joins this team, and everyone says, I don't know how this is going to work out.
I'll say it too. I wasn't sure team composition-wise. I wasn't sure how Lethal was going to fit in with this team, right? We know Lethal's a top player. He took home first place at the Launch Invitational. We've seen him do incredible things throughout the duration of Halo Reach's lifespan. But I think it took a little while, but he's fitting in quite well. The next time they played was Gamers Forgiving.
That's right. So UGC went to Denial, who we just saw their awesome montage there. But then we went over to Gamers Forgiving, and that was the second, or actually, yeah, that would be the second battle that they had, okay? The second battle, and this time it would be Evil Geniuses who would come out on top with Lethal.
That's right.
That, you know, kind of set the stage because it gave EG that #1 seed that CLG held the entire season since Iron Gaming. Counterlogic Gaming was pretty much an unstoppable force.
Yeah, they were the undisputed champion, right? The entire season, whenever you looked at the standings, they were #1. It was without question. It was more a question of Denial and EG, who's going to fight for second and third, what's happening with Cloud9 and Stray ripping around the 4th and 5th place spots, right? Those were the questions that were being asked, as well as Optic Gaming, of course, in that top 4. However, Evil Geniuses, dominating performance at Gamers Forgiving, sweeping CLG in the finals. So they came into this event with #1. So, you know, CLG for the first time knocked off their throat.
That's right. And now we are here, the third battle between these two teams. It's going down in Boston, Massachusetts at PAX East. And for everyone that is out there in the crowd, you're about to witness one heck of a slobber knocker. I cannot wait until this matchup begins. And there you know, of course, everyone has been just coming all around the convention because they hear the noise that the Halo crowd has been making. I need you guys to be louder than that, though. Can you be louder, please? There we go. That's what I like to see.
You know, I actually just saw a picture from one of the balconies of the convention center, and we are well past capacity. Overflow seating has started to just go all the way back. I mean, rows and rows deep. So a huge shout out to all of you here in Boston. It has been incredible, as well as all of you joining us on Twitch. This has been what an incredible weekend of Halo we've had. Let's recap the top 8 placings so far outside of the finals.
Yep, that's right. So we had, to round things off, Vive came, the Battle of Europe champions came all the way across and unfortunately fell to Noble Black, but we'll get to Noble Black in a little bit. Optic Gaming takes 8th place. Elevate with 7th. Straight Rippin' with a solid 6th place finish. Denial eSports, 5th place for them. Cloud9, though, 4th, looking great, overcoming a lot in this competition. And then we just witnessed Noble Black fall to Counter Logic Gaming, but my goodness, that could have went either way.
Absolutely could have. I have to say, Noble Black with a Cinderella story throughout the entire tournament. Like you said, I mean, Ares, Arcanum, and the crew, APG as well, they had a lot to prove here.
Yeah.
A lot of people counted them out immediately, even counted them out throughout the entire season. Arcanum, though, super confident in the roster that he had built. Like we said, APG and Ares, 2 players that were on Optic Gaming throughout the season. They had a lot to prove, and I think it's safe to say that they did that here this weekend.
That's right, they certainly did. Noble Black, you know, good job out of them. But here we are, folks. This is it. It's time for the grand finals, Evil Geniuses versus Counter Logic Gaming. This is pretty much a story that has been told not only in Halo, but it's also been told in other esports titles in the past. I mean, it just seems like these two brands can never, you know, not run into one another.
Yep.
And representing their teams well. There you see the boys in Evil Geniuses as they are getting ready to go, of course, with Coach Towie in the back. He's been such a factor for this squad.
He is. Every time we go into a listen-in with Evil Geniuses, Towie is on top of the power weapons as well as those power-ups. I mean, you got to say there's a reason that Towie has been behind these 4 guys for a while, especially Lunchbox and Roy, right? Coaching Instinct for years in the past. He's joining them again on this EG roster. As you see on your screen, they are your number 1 ranked HCS team.
That's right. Roy, Snipe Down, Lethal, Lunchbox. An incredible combination, talent through and through. You know, Roy and Lunchbox part of that, I would say, legendary Instinct roster.
Yep.
You know, and then of course you had the MCC winner, Lethal, joined by one of the greats, the man that is so good with the weapon that he has it in his name, Snipe Down. But then on the other side, they just had a grueling battle against Noble Black. Of course, being coached there by Royal One. Counter Logic Gaming, folks.
Yeah, Counter Logic Gaming coming in with your 2nd seed. Like we said, these are the best 2 teams in the world, and they are about to duke it out for the title of Season 1 champion. Now, this is the best performing team on LAN so far. Average placing of 2nd. That means they're always in the finals. As we said during the pregame, they lost that #1 seed only 2 weeks ago. And Heinz, Royal 2, Ogre 2, and Snakebite, that is your CLG team.
That's right, folks. These guys are going to have one heck of a battle here, and it's going to be starting up in just a little bit. Now, we got to talk about, I guess, the overall picture here, Bravo. What are you thinking right now? Who you'll have going into this?
You know, I think obviously the winners bracket finals were a preview of what we're about to see here. We could take a look at those game types. It was looks like Neutral Bomb Warlord was game 1 in that series, and game number 1 of the grand finals here is going to be 3 flag CTF on Shrine. So that is a very different game type. Looking forward to seeing, like you said, these teams are always butting heads throughout the entirety of HCS Season 1, whether it's online or on LAN. These 2 organizations seem to always be playing one another regardless of what esport it is. So looking forward to getting things kicked off here in this best of 5. After Shrine CTF, we're going to be going to Lockdown Team Slayer and Warlord Bomb.
That's right, and if necessary, Lockdown Oddball and Warlord Slayer. So it's going to be 1 best-of-5 for Evil Geniuses to win, 2 best-of-5s for Counter Logic Gaming to win.
Yeah, and the fact that the last series went to 5 games tells us not much about what might happen here. Of course, it can go either way. Yeah. I do want to point out in that series layout that there's only 1 instance of Shrine, and it's game 1. It's going to be CTF. The rest are Lockdowns and Warlords, right? So there's going to be a little bit faster. The one exception there might be Team Slayer Lockdown, but we're going to see a lot of crazy, hectic play. And after the first, the fact that the winners finals went to game 5, I don't know how to gauge which team might play better in those fast-paced game types, but I can tell you one thing, we're going to have one heck of a match.
Oh, without a doubt, man. I'm so excited for this one. You know, I think the players are kind of just getting themselves psyched up. You know, you had Snakebite and the rest of the crew just talking, you know, in this situation, you know, and that's what I want to say, you know, that they're having this conversation. You've been there before as a coach. Bravo, how's the conversation?
I mean, right now, these two teams know that they both need to play their game. I can't stress enough how big it is that they went to game 5 in the winners bracket finals, these two exact teams, because that changes the conversation entirely. If you had dropped the series 3-0, I'll be honest, you could be the most optimistic team that looks on the bright side every day of the week, but you're going to go into the finals knowing that you just lost 3-0. That's pretty difficult right there. Snakebite is looks like doing some final audio testing. We saw Royal One, their coach, talking with the station referee, making sure things are all set for the finals. But you know, the fact that these two teams went 3-2, you can bet one thing, that they know they just need to play their game. But right now, focus is solely on three flag CTF on Shrine. That's what they need to worry about first, because the momentum out of that game 1 is going to carry them through the rest of the series. But on the CLG side, you know, here you see Richie Hines here looking across the stage at his opponents. CLG has a lot to play here. They need to win 6 games to win this tournament. But EG, once again, only needing to win 3. Very similar to what we saw 2 weeks ago at Gamers for Giving.
Yeah, and for Evil Geniuses fans, this is kind of a breath of fresh air. They're feeling good about it. They're like, well, you know what? We only have to win the 3, okay?
Yeah.
You know, they did that before. You know, they can do it again. They did it at Gamers for Giving as well. But for Counter Logic Gaming, though, and this is the big question I have for you, you know, they just got out of what was one of the most incredible matches in the history of competitive Halo.
Right.
What was it, 4 restarts?
I believe it was, but as I said in the last series, I entirely lost count.
Yeah, that is very true. I can understand that. You're in the trenches here, right? But I guess you're at that point where you've played that much. Can Counter Logic Gaming keep their endurance going?
Oh, that's
because that's tough.
It's a real question. I mean, I think they certainly can, mainly in part due to that veteran leadership of both Hines and Ogre 2, but I'll say more Ogre 2. Ogre 2, a player who there's no one else in the world who has been in more finals matches in Halo than him, right? As we look through here to Snakebite and World 2 exchanging some smiles on the CLG side of the stage. But Ogre 2 certainly has that endurance. He's going to carry his team through this. Snakebite and World 2, the younger guns, they're ready to go, right? They're ready to play some more Halo and put on a show. So we're going to have a great grand finals in just a moment.
I can't wait, folks. Seems like the countdown has begun. These players are going to start loading up the map here. But yeah, my big thing, I guess, moving into this is going to be whether or not CLG, you said you feel like they can, but you know, I have my concerns. Can they keep their endurance going? They have to win 6 games here
against a very talented EG
and a well-rested Evil Geniuses as well. All right, folks, it is time for the grand finals of the Halo Championship Series Season 1 finals. Let's go ahead, make some noise. It is the immovable object versus the unstoppable force, and we're about to get this one going. I cannot wait. These players, they're getting their hands warmed up. I'm telling you, man, I'm jittery right now with excitement.
We've had incredible Halo all weekend long. This series is going to be no exception here in our grand finals. Looks like on the CLG side, they are calm, cool, and collected. We just saw a few big handshakes there and high fives as well on the EG side as they are getting ready to go. Golden Boy, we're going to kick this match off, game number 1, with Snipe Down.
I couldn't agree more. That is a good choice because you know that this guy is going to light it up. So here we go, folks, in 1 second, and it's time for the finals. 50K on the line between these two teams, and Snipedown goes right for his namesake there as he's looking to cover ring 2 with his teammates.
And you know what, Golden Boy, I'm so used to seeing a player go for the sniper rifle and play a 5-minute team slayer at this point that I thought that's what we were about to see, but that's not the case. This is capture the flag. Of course, objective here, take the opponent's flag and bring it back to your base, but much easier said than done as Snipedown cleans up World 2.
Brilliant snipe there out of Snipedown as he's going to continue to push forward here. Look around, finding another one as well is going to be an assist for him, and just patrolling ring 3. We're pretty much just owning it, living up there, because that's what he needs to do. He needs to ensure that no one enters in it. And a gift from the Guardians as one of the players spawns right in front of him, but he can't follow up with the second shot there. Not able to get the headshot either, but his teammates should be there for some coverage.
Yeah, grenades flying in, so he wisely backs down, but still sees the player. Oh, catches the side of the ring structure, so won't be able to convert there. What we're seeing right now, Golden Boy, in the first few minutes, both teams are going to feel each other out. EG wants to get control of this ring before they push in to start moving the flag.
Somehow, Snipedown managed to stay alive on that one. Looking around to see if anyone's going to be coming for the challenge, but luckily for him, he's going to have a teammate there for support. But Royal 2, got to point this out, he has the rocket, so let's switch over to him and see what's going on. He manages to get a double kill there. That's going to open up the ring for them. Perhaps CLG can get some control now.
Yeah, he took down Roy and Snipedown, so he now has Snipedown Sniper in hand.
Oh, has to run away from that. That did not last very long. It seems like EG wanted to get that one right back. Heinz, though, throwing down a couple shots with the snipe, having to follow up with a battle rifle kill in order for him to net that one.
Yep, I have to say, Heinz, only player alive just now. Ogre 2 did get a flagpole. You see that on your screen. However, all 3 players taken down. Heinz is the last alive, and it looks like good pressure here from EG. Let's go over to Roy.
Yeah, Roy now, with that kill on Heinz, was able to secure the sniper rifle for his team for, you know, the CLG sniper rifle, because obviously, if you're able to control that, I mean, it goes without saying, you're in a fantastic position here. But of course, CLG, they know how to bounce back. What a shot there out of Roy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Double kill as well.
Oh, right there, I thought he was going to turn 3 for just a second, but he's forced back. Some good shots there from CLG, tossing some cheeky nades, as Sims would say. Hey, I got to give a shout out to Sims. This is his first time casting Halo in the States. It's amazing to have him over here and joining us. It was a blast to listen to him. Make sure to give him a shout out at The Sims on Twitter if you liked what you heard this weekend.
Yeah, expect plenty more of him as well. Lunchbox, the twin brother, able to find one with the nade there on Heinz. Now looking around here, knowing that the spawns are going to be coming up, lining it up. That's going to be a wonderful shot there on Royal 2. The waterfall is down, and he's going to go chasing after that flag. Let's see what he could do here. As the player's actually going to hold him back, trying to figure out who that is. But I think that was actually going to be Snakebite who's hanging around there. Lunchbox has to be wary of this, having to get out of dodge, but no, not going to be the case.
Yeah, and I was going to say, EG needs a few more kills before they can move that. Excuse me.
Sure.
Yeah, they needed to move that flag across the map, but they first needed to get a few kills. The waterfalls were down, so not easy to move that.
Yeah, and, you know, obviously that was a smart play out of Chronology Gaming, but EG had the, you know, that brief window of opportunity. Player right next to Snipedown, though. What happened there? It seems like Royal 2 just coming up out of nowhere. Now Roy on the prowl, finds one in front, makes a call out, gets the assist as well. And he locates another one up top. So this is going to be a constant push here to control the ring. That's what you want to have when you're playing this particular game type, when it's capture on this particular map, I should say. Capture the flag, Shrine. Player in front too, because that nade flew out right by the wall. Ogre 2 is going to get it, and he's able to nail the headshot. Let's see what he can do following up.
Yeah, now we're 4 minutes into this match, so neither team able to move the flag just yet. We saw some good numbers there from EG earlier on. We saw an early flagpole from CLG, but Rockets are down. Up, Golden Boy, that's right.
Rockets are down, and who is going to get control of that? It's going to be Snakebite, who has the Rockets here, and they have control of ring. 3 players push for those Rockets. A credit to the coach there for letting these players know when the Rockets were going to be coming up. 2 Rockets shot out, though. No kills just yet, but it's going to put the fear of God in them, as they're going to have to back up, knowing that these Rockets are right in front. But he had to dispose of all 4 of them and was not able to get kills with that.
Not able to get a kill. Finally cleaning that one up. So those are more warning shots than anything else. Probably would have liked to have gotten a few more kills with those, but regardless, he is in his opponent's base and he has help with his teammate Royal 2.
And he has to drop those Rockets eventually, but we'll see what's going to happen here. Now able to clear that out. Killing spree as well for Snakebite. Player right behind him. That killing spree is going to be short-lived. Royal 2 with the stop, able to find one inside of the shoddy tunnel, but Royal 2 has to run away from this one. He knows that this is not a smart battle, but his teammate, the other members there of Evil Geniuses, made the call out and they disposed of him easily. Now Snipedown's turn to shine, able to line up one headshot, maybe another in the front. Let's see if he pushes this. He is going to, but he's going to take his time with the push. There goes the player, yet another headshot for the incredible one. It's Snipedown continuing to push forward here with his team.
Yeah, both teams are still just trying to lock down control of the central area. They haven't been able to do so. As soon as we start seeing that, we'll start to identify and switch the POVs. Now switching over to his teammate Roy as he pushes into the HUD as well. As soon as we start to see that, we'll start to see a team get control, get some spawn traps going, but none of that just yet.
And I wonder how many bullets is in that sniper, by the way. That's another thing I want to keep a tab on, too. Seems like CLG did get tagged up a couple times. That is going to be Ogre 2 with the snipe. Roy cannot stay alive, though. Back over to Ogre 2, and he has a full snipe. So if he can stay alive here, this will be big for them. Player went for that melee lunge, flies up, gets the headshot as well. Beautiful double kill there for Ogre 2, the GOAT.
I have to say, Ogre 2 starts to check ring 3, but so quickly, immediately hits that headshot. Incredible awareness and reaction time from Ogre 2 as he hops up here on ring 3. This is the best vantage point you can ask for, Golden Boy, as he finds the enemy sniper. That's going to be Ogre 2 versus Snipedown right now in this sniper battle.
Oh man, and what a tale of the generations as well, right? Snipedown really coming to his own in Halo 3, and a beautiful snipe there on Lunchbox, telling him to take a seat, son, because I'm in control of the ring. Ogre 2, though, looking around to see where his next victim may be, and he is doing absolute damage with this sniper rifle.
This is quite a show. We don't always get to see Ogre 2 snipe like this, but proving that he can do damage with the weapon as well. Beautiful He's not the only player to do it. Now over to Snipedown chasing Hines.
But that is going to be 3 down, though, for CLG. They're going to be in a bit of a pickle here. It's Snipedown with the peel. A double kill for him. Going for the third, but not going to happen there. Maybe the no-scope? No, he has teammates to help him out with that. And yet another killing spree between these two phenomenal teams in the finals.
I'm surprised that EG was not able to get a pull there. I'm looking at why that might be, and it's Snakebite who was under the turret. So is Hines. So making sure that EG doesn't push just yet, despite this dominating performance from Snipedown.
Oh my goodness, Snipedown just really controlling this, where Ogre 2 had, you know, kind of failed, I would say. Not necessarily failed, but he did get caught off guard, and Snipedown now has control of this. So he wants to show these guys why he is in control of this area. Going for yet another double kill, maybe a trip with the rocket, who knows? Enough time has passed by that won't be the case, but a third kill would definitely be something he wants here. Looking over to the rocks, maybe finding 1 or 2 players, and he's going to just pull that flag and put some fear into these players here. Rockets flying through, yet another rocket kill for him. He has a teammate there for coverage as well.
All four
down
for
CLG as the flag is going to be moving, and Snipedown is on the prowl yet again, looking to see if he can continue to clear out CLG from this base, and that's another kill for him. A killing frenzy for Snipedown. Lunchbox bringing this one forward, and that's the first cap for EG.
And Snipedown going to town there with the rocket launcher, perfectly lining up those kills as he finally is taken down in his opponent's base. But I tell you what, Snakebite and Hines were the only players to spawn in rocks. Snipedown did so well to take those players out immediately, and Lunchbox carries the flag all the way home.
That was beautiful. Beautifully played. They read the spawns like a book. I mean, really, that's the best you could possibly want there. Now it's time for CLG to have to answer back here, Bravo, and it seems like they're doing just that. Snipedown's going to have to fend for himself. Cannot stay alive long enough. That is going to be 2 down, 3 down here. Lethal off the respawn, trapped in the rocks. He gets disposed of right away. Ogre 2 and the boys on the move.
Yeah, they're trying to push in here. I have to say, I think we saw back-to-back-to-back double kills from Snipedown there, so he made it so easy for his team to bring that flag all the way back to their own base now, as Hines picks up some nice falling headshots. But like you said, CLG needs to answer back. They cannot let EG go up 2-0 in game 1.
Ooh, and those nades, man, really well placed by Lethal. Looking over to Ogre 2, as CLG has been on the other side here. They've been playing past that 50-yard line on Shrine here, so at the very least, they're not giving up, or they're not giving in just yet to that cap, which obviously they should not. Endurance was a question here coming into the finals, and CLG so far, it seems like they're hanging perfectly fine But a push at the rocks here for Snakebite and the crew. They have Stack on the left now. Let's see if Lethal will get wiped. Yes, he does, but Snakebite in turn will fall, meaning that now it's going to be up to his teammates to have to continue to hold this one down.
Yeah, Ogre 2 is actually the only player alive on CLG. We'll see if he's able to stay alive here. We talked about in the previous series, CLG so good about their communication. When Ogre 2 is the last player alive, you can bet that he knows exactly what to do, and that's the play. If you can grab a kill when you are the only player alive, that is huge. That's going to push EG back quite a bit, but Sniped-Down back on ring 3 with the sniper rifle.
And here comes Sniped-Down yet again, and he did not line up that no-scope, but that would have been absolutely filthy. Sniped-Down, though, having to run away, can't get out of the door just yet. That snipe will be down, but I think EG has enough control on this side to know that they're okay here. Let's see what Roy's going to do now, as that player is going to be pushing up right next to him. He kind of hurt himself with that nade as well, so he's going to have to back up here. Teammates for support is nice as well.
Unfortunate grenade there made it so he could not push in, so there will be a trade, looks like, in his base, so he can't just push up there yet. He's playing this a little bit slow, does not want to get taken out and give up control of his own sniper hut here. We'll see if Roy can push out with his squad. He finally finds Royal 2 and takes him down, so that was what I'm talking about. That's the discipline we see from EG. Roy took his time. He made sure he took out the player that was behind them. Now they can not worry about it. They can push up together, with the peace of mind that they can get control of ring together.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think the rockets were picked up by Sniped-Down. So yes, he does have control of those, and they clear the ring. That's going to be a headshot from Roy. Sniped-Down gets a kill there on Snakebite. Roy now looking to continue to push up. Another run right by ring 2. He will get dropped immediately, and they're just looking for the spawn. You can see they're searching to see where the enemy team is going to be spawning at, and it seems like the hut was the answer as they push forward.
And Rocks, Golden Boy, we have Snakebite and Royal 2 also by the rocks. They will fall. Now Roy has the sniper rifle as well, so we have Roy sniping, we have Sniped-Down sniping, and here comes EG for a pull.
This is going to be dangerous for Counterlogic Gaming. Roy now on the move, finding one, headshot lined up, maybe another one. Yes, that's going to be his teammate there, but he can't stay alive long enough. That's going to be 2 down here for the blue team. But Sniped-Down, he has 1 rocket. He has no weapons,
wow. I mean, 3 dead there for EG. Right there, we saw a rock spawn, and somehow CLG able to fight off the EG onslaught. It's not good when you see Roy and Sniped-Down pushing in with the snipers, but CLG answers back. They stay in this match. They're only down by 1.
A credit to this team, man. Throughout the entire season, everyone talks about the raw slaying power of evil geniuses, but when you talk about CLG, consistency is key, man. This team is incredible at just keeping their cool in the craziest of situations.
Yeah, great shots there from Lunchbox as he lands a clean 4 shot. Now trying to push back out of the ring. If you're evil geniuses, you just want to keep this up. But I tell you what, a 1 flag cushion here on Shrine CTF against CLG, Golden Boy, is not really enough. They're going to want to put at least 1 more on the board. But keep in mind, we are under 3 minutes left until the end of regulation. So CLG is going to need to put their snipers and our rockets to use and push in and try to get a fly cap.
Exactly, but that's actually going to be a stick there. I think Lunchbox ended up getting tagged. Looking over now at Heinz to see what CLG is going to do as they're trying to fight out of their base here, or trying to protect their base, rather. Heinz finding one. That's going to be the assist for him as well. Now looking to push forward. They've cleared out the base. They've got the call out to advance forward. Now it's time for CLG to put this opportunity to good use here. Finding one. That's Roy in the front. Heinz having to stay back here. Nades coming from left, right, and center all over the place. There goes a bank nade as well. Let's see if they can actually hold down this hut. Heinz needs to stay up, but he cannot. A smart play from EG. Now it's going to be up to Royal 2 here to do the job that Heinz couldn't.
That's right. Heinz gets a little bit of a start there, but not enough to get his team in scoring position whatsoever. So Royal 2 is now going to have to push in and clean up those kills, but Lethal was waiting there. Let's go over to Lethal. We haven't seen much of him this series as he is taken down as well. 2 players alive for EG. Let's stick with Lethal off the respawn and see how he handles this CLG pressure.
And looking here, there's actually 1 player that was pushing shotgun, so Lethal did make that call out. I believe he was that player was taken out. That's going to be Heinz, so he goes back yet again for seconds. But let's see if Heinz can stay alive here. No, that grenade was like a magnet and found its way right to the armor of the Spartan. That was Heinz. Let's see if Royal 2, though, can stay alive. Lethal continuing to bounce around here, and that's really just the smartest thing you could do in this situation. Not get reckless, not push the ring, just play this one slow and listen to the call-outs.
Yeah, I think bounce around is the best way to describe what Lethal is doing right now, just laying shots in across the map, cleaning up kills at his own base, and I mean, really being a pain here for CLG. Look at them. They cannot push up. Lethal is putting himself in the perfect position. That's what it's all about. These players, of course, speak. You hear it during the listen. It's frantic communication, but Lethal can digest all of that, what sounds like madness, and weave his way around the map to clean up those kills.
And all that work that he has been doing off this respawn netted him a rocket. That's going to be 1 kill, maybe a double. That player is going to be weak, though, having to abandon position here. Smartly enough, not chasing after it. And again, just want to highlight how incredible he's been playing, finding one, and he did not get the kills with that.
Wow.
I believe he used 3 rockets on that.
He did, that's right. Let's go back over to the CLG side now.
My goodness.
Hines is taken down by Snipedown. Excuse me, I'll go to Snipedown, who's hitting these shots across the map. Yes, indeed. Cleans up Ogre 2 as well. Golden Boy, time has ticked down. EG is going to win this one.
This is it. 7 seconds. No one's in a position. Evil Genius is poised for victory here, and that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 1 going to Evil Geniuses.
That's right. Snipedown getting hyped after game 1, standing up there and getting pumped with his team. I mean, now they're only 2 games away here in the grand finals. You don't always see that, right? Even just after a game 1, but Snipedown is hyped. He's pumped to be here. He wants to take the title of Season 1 champion.
He's been playing, I mean, absolutely mind-blowing. You know, his shot, I was actually talking to a couple people, and they were saying, like, one thing about Snipedown that's so awesome to see is when he has a sniper rifle in his hands, he takes his time, right? You see the, you know, he moves his thumbstick ever so slightly, and he's able to get those really good angles. He's not frantic with it.
Right.
And that's why he's able to own that up, own that name, Snipedown, and look at the performance there.
Geez, 41 and 16 from Snipedown. I think now we know why he got up and celebrated the way he did. What a run from him. Look at the next closest, 28 kills. Nobody in the 30 kill category. Snipedown putting on a show.
It's great when Lunchbox is just able to grab the flag, run it to the base, doesn't have to do anything, because Snipedown's doing all the work.
I mean, he absolutely was, and I also have to give credit to Lethal, who towards the end of the game, we saw him, he just kind of pokes around, cleans up this kill, cleans up that. It's almost like CLG could not touch Lethal in those last few moments. He was doing everything he needed to make sure that CLG couldn't push across. Granted, CLG had the pressure of the time constraint on them. They really had to push across. That makes Lethal's job a little bit easier, but regardless, EG making all the right plays to win game 1, 1-0. Game 2 is going to be Team Slayer on lockdown.
Now, of course, folks, Team Slayer lockdown, slow game type. We've seen this happen in the past, you know, numerous times here. So I wonder what we're going to see now that everyone knows how to approach this game type in a much slower fashion. But what do you think? I mean, like, do you see it going that way yet again, where it's constantly just been that slower kind of methodical play, or can you expect EG and CLG to kind of just keep the speed going?
You know, I think we might see slower methodical play, mainly because as we got to the later rounds of this tournament, Golden Boy, we've seen the teams, like we said, they don't want to make the mistakes. There's a lot of money on the line here, but, you know, equally important is that bragging right. They want to be top in the world in terms of Halo, so looking forward to seeing how that goes off. And also, Golden Boy, I gotta say, we have brand new HCS gear available for everyone here and also watching at home.
That's right, folks. All you gotta do is go to HaloWaypointStore.com. You will net yourself some awesome Halo Championship Series gear. Look at that blue and red shirt, and the hoodie, by the way.
No, I gotta say, we gotta give a big shout out to our partners at Jinx, who put this gear together for us. Some really awesome gear. I mean, the hoodie as well is sweet. The faded tees look great. So if you're enjoying what you see this weekend and you want to support the HCS, make sure you use that discount code. You'll save a bit of money. Also, that discount code works for all Halo apparel in the Halo Waypoint store. So whether you want to buy HCS gear, other Halo gear, make sure you pick that up. Also, there's a few organizations, Noble Black, Vibe, Denial. Check out their Twitter. If you want to support their organizations, you can actually use their coupon code. Money will go directly to the organizations themselves as well. So make sure you check out your favorite team's Twitter for that information as well.
Nice stuff there, of course. And let's continue on with the competition. Here's the series layout. We just saw EG win 1-0 there. And while the score was 1-0, that game was topsy-turvy. And I guess you could say it is a tad bit reflective of the score, you know, with how close that was. Now, lockdown Slayer. Warlord Bomb will follow after this. EG, 2 games away from netting themselves $50,000.
They are. I have to say they look good, right? They're poised to potentially take this series in 3, even though we saw them go to 5 games in the winners bracket finals with this very same team, CLG.
But of course, you have to take into account that CLG had to deal with, you know, that crazy matchup against Noble Black. So again, that question will always come up. Can they continue to keep this one going? But there you see the boys in EG. We're going to be kicking it off with a guy who had 41 kills in the last matchup. Again, it is Snipedown. Let's see what he does here. Sniper's right in front.
Yeah, he falls down. He might nade that towards himself, but that nade, yes, is going to be enough. He's probably, look how safe he's playing this. He scoots the sniper rifle all the way towards himself with those grenades, taking no chances. That's why he's one of the best in the world.
That was actually really awesome.
That was, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
We don't always see players that tactical in terms of getting the sniper rifle. I was actually about to speak up and say, hey, it's close enough where he could grab it now without too much risk, but not at all. Instead, they have a 3-1 lead. He's staying alive with the sniper rifle here as he drops down.
Snipedown, though, having to push his way forward, and he's going through bottom blue, so this is interesting. Let's see what they're going to do. I think it's probably going to be an elbow push, yes.
It is indeed. We have Lethal already at Snipe. He's joined by teammate Roy with the new combo. We'll see if Snipedown's going to be able to support. The reason he's staying here is he wants to watch those jump routes and sight lines to support his team, and they're going to grab the sword as well. You just saw that Lunchbox is able to take out the sword player, and I think the sword fell off the map.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. The sword's now off.
And that is why Snipedown was hanging out there right by the elbow, because he knew that he can get some body shots and call it out and let his teammates get those kills. And those angles, it's a little bit more difficult to get a headshot. Granted, you can still do so, but because you're playing from that downward position, you're going to get the body shot more than not. And I thought he stuck him there for a moment. I would have just lost it.
Yeah, I thought he did as well. Now watching the drop down, very wise of Snipedown predicting that route. Yes, wow. Indeed. Royal 2, he knew Royal 2 was going to use the drop down to try to get away. Royal 2, of course, thinking that Snipedown was still up top so he could get away with it. That was not the case. Another player tries to do it as well, but Lunchbox will clean that up. Now they're up 11-7.
He read that play like a high school kid reads Shakespeare in English class. My goodness, that was incredible. I mean, really, you just cannot ask for a better play there. But a player's actually going to be popping a couple shots there right on BR3. He has to be wary of this. And look, he's also utilizing the glass to see if anyone's going to be jumping up, to see if he can catch the blue of the Spartan that hops up. And I think I just saw a player at the corner of my screen, and I don't think he was aware of that.
Oh, it's going to be Ogre 2 who's actually dropping behind him with the shotgun. There is Ogre 2 who picks up a double kill with the shotty, brings his team within 3.
And that was an incredible play. He did not notice Ogre 2 at all. Luckily, I was able to catch it at the corner of my eye, but I am not nearly as focused as Snipedown is right now. He tries to line up yet another one. Not just yet, having to run away. Smart movement there, and he's going to burn that last bullet in the sniper rifle because that could come back to haunt him later. A double kill, though, for Lunchbox. 15-10. Scratch that. 16-10 now as EG has its lead by 6. They're looking great.
I'm not going to lie, EG looks good, particularly because they do still have that sword in hand, and CLG is on a blue setup, but Royal 2 comes up immediately. Lunchbox says no way. He denies that push, so EG will maintain their 6-kill lead here.
Close call indeed as he got that medal. Lunchbox finding one at the elbow too. It seems like CLG is struggling now to get anything going here. They're getting like 1 or 2 kills, but EG can continue to afford the trades because they are up by a considerable amount here. And one thing I want to point out too, Bravo, this game has been moving pretty fast.
And I was going to say, who says Lockdown Team Slayer is slow? We're already at 24-14 here, just a few minutes in, as Lunchbox gets another sword kill, waiting for a player to push across and turns 2 on Royal 2.
Beautiful double kill there for Lunchbox, able to stay alive. And another thing I want to point out too, a lot of people give love to Roy, talk about Lunchbox. Heck, they've been talking a lot about, or excuse me, a Snipedown. They talk about Lethal as well. Lunchbox is that dude. He's the unsung hero here, man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
This guy, you know, just to give you a bio on him. I mean, this guy works a full-time job. He's an electrician. He loves what he does, you know, and really Halo is a passion for him. He does this because he enjoys it.
Yeah, he just happens to also be one of the best in the world at Halo.
He just happens to be one of the best in the world.
And has been for the past few years, of course, a pro player since 2007, back in the days of Halo 2, and he's back again to compete in Halo 2 Anniversary. They now have an 8-kill lead. I have to say, Snipedown was taken down with the sniper, but Lunchbox on a killing frenzy.
Killing frenzy for Lunchbox and the sword spree as well. He is fantastic right now. Looking over right by the library window, is going to have to back up here. Knowing players could be pushing up in the bottom mid too, he's opting to just play this one smart. But here we go. Roy, his twin brother, with the sniper rifle in hand. He's going to have Lethal there for support, the new pickup doing his job, and they're just continuing to patrol around and ensure that no one is going to be pressuring them at snipe. Roy is just waiting for the opportune moment to just take someone's faces off.
Yeah, this is bad news for CLG at 31-19 on the scoreboard. Going to be very difficult for them to rally back. Look at that, back-to-back assists. Roy putting in the shots where he needs to. Big lead here, 10 minutes left on the clock, but at this rate, we are not going to need full time.
Yeah, the way that EG is playing this one, they have full control of this matchup. You know, I have to say, Sniped on also on the, he's doing everything right too. They know where they need to look right now. Lunchbox on the elbow, he's just pushing up, playing this one, you know, as best he can. Oh, he is going to get picked though, and that tells me that there's going to be members of CLG, bottom blue, and there you see it. That is the worst possible position to have though. Luckily, they're able to clear out the snipe tower. Yeah,
Royal 2 lifts up, so of course, Snipe Down's going to focus his eyes on that right Magnum drop, easily taking down Royal 2. They're going to extend their lead even further, 39-23, and EG has been dominating this entire match. It seems like CLG has not been able to round. Oh, that's a nice little present.
Hello, Sword. How you doing? Oh, but the noob combo has other plans here, and it manages to succeed. Wow. The noob combo comes out on top. For anyone who played Halo 2 Classic back in the day, you know that sucks a lot. But with that said, off the respawn, they got to rethink the strategy. Snakebite now has a sniper. He manages to take out one snipe down there. Let's see what Snakebite can do.
Yeah, right now 42-25. A big hill to climb for CLG. If they want to get back in this match, they need to take it one kill at a time. Like we said, lots of time yet to play, just under 9 minutes. So if Snakebite and CLG were able to put this sniper rifle to use, they could try to climb back, but I'm not going to lie, Golden Boy, it'd be quite difficult against EG.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. A killing spree would do him justice, though, and he can't stay alive because the double kill will come through from Lethal. He comes out on top, looking fantastic. And they have 4 left before they win this game.
Yeah, Lethal making a statement there just as quickly as we were saying that CLG could try to mount a comeback. Lethal says, I don't think so. Walks over, kills the sword guy, picks up the sword, and then kills the sniper rifle. So getting all of those weapons, along with control of the sniper rifle, back in favor of his team. They're only 4 kills away from taking the game.
Yeah, I mean, incredible play out of Lethal there. That could have went in, 2 different directions there. One really bad, one really good. Luckily for him, he had luck on his side there and skill to boot. That's going to be the 49th. Is the 50th coming here? On the hunt is Lethal, looking around with the sword, and he manages to get it, making it 2-0 for Evil Geniuses. Look at Snipe Down. He is pumped up and ready to go.
He is. They're only 1 game away from taking the title of HCS Season 1 champion. EG with another commanding victory here in the tournament in Game 2 of the Grand Finals.
Brilliant work. Brilliant work out of Evil Geniuses. Now, it's time for CLG to think about the strategy here. You're going into Neutral Bomb Warlord. This is a game type that, again, it's pandemonium. It's just going to keep moving because of the way Warlord is designed. CLG has to know that they need to get the bomb in that base so much. Like, there's so much for CLG to have to overcome here. It's going to be such a challenge, especially with how EG's playing.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Neutral Bomb Warlord is going to be a really tough match for CLG against EG. Take a look at the stats. Lunchbox, you called it out. Big performance from him, 19-6.
But Hines at the bottom there, he's struggling, 4-15. Player to watch going into game number 3. Because, it's not very customary of Hines to struggle like that, right? And then Royal 2, which he was brought onto this team, that Youngblood brought onto the team to really do, what Ogre 2 was doing as well, which was getting those kills on the board. It just really seemed like it ran away from them, and they tried to mount a few comebacks, but EG was just there to say, hold up, this is our game to take.
That's it. They played too quick. I mean, they played every advantage they should have. I mean, for example, Lethal coming over shortcut the way he did, even though CLG had control of the sniper tower and the sniper rifle. Very quickly, Lethal just sneaks in and picks up that big double kill, right? So I like what I'm seeing from EG. I feel like they're capitalizing on all the opportunities they're given. I'm actually worried for CLG that they're going to do the same on Neutral Bomb Warlord. If they carry this momentum into Game 3, they will sweep the series 3-0.
They have to shake it off. This is it. This is the time for them to do it here. The Game 3 swing, right? You're able to just put that one under your belt, force that game forward, get EG sweating a little bit, move forward to, what would this be, oddball lockdown, so move forward to that one.
Right.
And we've seen some incredible comebacks from that in the past.
And we've also seen incredible comebacks from CLG this tournament. We just saw them do it to Noble Black. They were down 2-0 in the losers bracket finals. That's right. They're down 2-0 now. There's no reason they can't come back and win these next 3 to force a second best of 5. That's all that is going to be on the minds of CLG right now.
Have a lot to work on here. You see the map is getting loaded up, ready to go. The battleground will be Warlord. The game type, neutral bomb. As these guys are, you know, they're sweating right now. CLG is concerned, right? But if you are Ogre 2, a player who's been in this position numerous times in the past, I mean, surely you still have that. You still have that unwavering confidence.
Oh, you do. Ogre 2, he finds a way without a doubt. Would love to start things off here with the screen you're actually watching. That's Royal 2 here on the far right of the stage, the rightmost player on the CLG roster. We'll see what he can do with his team off the start of the game.
All right, and here we go, folks. Game number 3, Warlord Bomb. As we kick it off, like you said, Bravo, with Royal 2. He's looking around to see who he's going to find. It's going to be Lethal right in the front. Can't get away. Oh, he manages to get out of dodge there. Don't know how. Royal 2, in turn, ends up dying on that one. A smart play from Lethal, who finally got killed there by Snakebite. I have to say, survivability, man. Wouldn't peg him for that one. But it seems like Hines, though, able to just clear out 1, maybe 2. No, not in time because he gets pressured. 4 down right now for CLG.
That's right. Roy is bringing the bomb up to Snipedown. Snipedown says, I'll take that, and he starts the arm.
Oh, he has to slow this one down. He had to slow it down because he knew that there was pressure from the left side, though. Another player actually chasing him, and nades are going to be flying through. He can't quite make it happen. Jesse up with the shotgun right to the face, stopping him there. Lethal gets the plant, and that's going to make it 1-0. Counter Logic Gaming is down.
That's it. I mean, EG off to the strong start that we expected them to come to. Look at this Sentinel beam coming in. Lunchbox will easily clean up that kill. Yes, indeed. Now, Golden Boy, that bomb came within the first minute. CLG once again backs against the wall.
This team is proving why they're one of the best teams in the world here. I mean, CLG, again, they had that matchup against Noble Black that was, I would have to say, an intense encounter. And for them to have to do it again against EG, an EG team that's so well rested and really just watched that entire matchup, so knows exactly what CLG wants to do here. Really, at this point in time, if you're CLG, you gotta think, what are you gonna do now? You have to get back to the drawing board mid-match, and that's a challenge.
It certainly is. I mean, EG has been putting up unrelenting pressure throughout this entire series, so Lunchbox on your screen and crew have not let up at all. You just saw Lethal toss the bomb up. We'll go over to Lethal as he is trying to fight off enemies around his opponent's base, and right now somehow bouncing around once again to stay alive. Finally, he's taken down. Let's go back over to CLG. Ogre 2 is advancing the bomb across the map with Hines right next to him.
They got to get this one on the board, man. They need something. They didn't get the objective in CTF, and they really struggled in that Slayer matchup. They need to put one on the board here to get that confidence up again. Ogre 2, though, can't stay alive by Green Needles. Jumping over now to Snakebite here. Who's looking? He finds his teammate there. You know, his dead carcass just lying. One in front. That's going to be Snipedown. Tries to get that bro fist. Not going to be the case. Snipedown's going to, or Snakebite's going to take this one right through. And this could be the opportunity they were looking for. One player is up at the top. That bomb gets tossed up. Battle rifle shots going left, right, and center yet again here as Hines is going to get dropped. Let's see if any of the blue team can stay alive. But a double kill there for the GOAT. Can he follow up with a triple? No, he's going to have to bail from this one and stay alive as long as he can. But Hines will be there to protect it at the very least, or try to. They're chasing that bomb now. Snakebite gets it right back, and we're at square one again for CLG.
Yeah, right there. Ogre 2 with a nice double. However, he was caught reloading, so he's unable to turn 3 and put his team in a position to be able to cap. Snakebite finding all sorts of players there as he gets sandwiched in the portal. He will fall as well. Let's go back over to the EG side at Snipedown.
Snipedown looking around, finds yet another headshot for him. It feels like that's his 80th, maybe 100th, who knows. But Snipedown, He looks around, finds one as well, and the pressure here is that, you know, that bomb's going to be in the base, so you know the blue players are just going to have to turn their attention here. Nades flying all over the place, Snipe down, can't stay alive, but Lunchbox is going to be around there. Perhaps that shotgun can do him some justice, and he's going to have to get out, but can't quite do so. 3 down for EG as Snipe down's off the respawn. Roy up alive here. Where is the bomb presently? It seems like it's going to be up top.
Yeah,
Nope,
moved across the bottom by CLG, so we'll go over here to Snakebite, who drops down from top middle. As you see, he had started to arm that bomb. He picked it up again, trying to bring it into the zone, but no! It looks like Roy was there and ready. He shoots kills Snakebite there, throws the bomb out, and is now fighting off enemies from his base once again. Great stuff there from Roy as he's finally taken down.
It's like a game of hot potato between these two teams with this bomb, man. They're just, you know, back and forth, but now you're going to see 3 down here for Counterlogic Gaming. Evil Geniuses looking to do some damage now, and Snipe down can't quite stay alive long enough. I believe he had the camo on that. No, Snakebite has the camo. Snipe down did not. He actually was trying to take out the camo player. Now it's time for Snakebite to push forward here. Let's see if they can make some magic happen. Snipe down's going to be inside of the base, and Snakebite can't do much with the camo.
Finally,
here.
He's taken down. We're seeing players dropping like flies here, Golden Boy, being taken down. Yeah, once, again and again and again, as Snipe down finally picks up that double kill. Might give his team an opportunity to bring this in. We'll see if he can stay alive in his opponent's needles. Finally, he's taken down. Golden Boy, let's go to a listen-in with this CLG roster. They are down by just a bit, and they have 10 minutes left to put a point on the board.
Dead. Good bomb out. Guys, next camo's 35. They're ledge. Next camo. He's weak, Grenades. Grenades. Threw it out their ramp. Their ramp weak. Grenades right now, one shot. One shot Grenades also. Grenades dead, 2 dead. They're flagged, the last 2 they're flagged. Health weak lunch. He's got the ledge. To the health. 3 dead. They're spawning their health. 4 dead. Run it in. I'm getting camo. Spawn their nades. You got it. Needles. He's flagged. They're needles. Flag now, one shot. One shot of flag, side down. I got him. Nice. Gonna spawn health side. We're gonna die. Roy. Their names, one shot. 3 dead. I'm gonna go for the arm. Up the lift. Top mid. Dead arm. Top mid. You're good. Top mid. Rushing here. Not even on it. South front. Jesus. Ramport on you. Our ramport. No shot. 3 spawn their flat. You guys, they're flat. Green nades, one shot. Green needles. Up green health, Matt. Up green health after that. Sorry, Matt, right? Are we gonna close that top mid? Our health forward. Weak. Helper's dead. I'm getting got one. Another one on bomb. Our nades on bomb. Top middle, I think. They're shoulder nades. Fuck, I couldn't get out. Our flag. Let's get our flag. Last guy. Dead. Where is he? Health? Our health. Supporting. Health right now. Shot. Nice, guys. Let's go. We can bring this back. Bottom middle already. Bottom mid right now. Just running bottom mid. Our health board. 10 seconds. Our health board, guys. Weak. Camo's 24, guys. Our ramp board. Our nades. Double. Our nades. Our needles. Our needles. Our ramp board again. One shot our ramp board. Do an hit. 10 seconds. One shot ramp board. There. I'm looking. Green ramp. They're shot their ramp board. Their ramp board absolutely. Green ramp weak. They're alive. Nades. Camo's up 20 VJ. Camo's. Their health. I got him. Camo's up now. Our nades. Our nades weak. Gonna die, dude. Got camo. Fuck. They got camo. Dude, red flag weak. Set our nades. Where's bomb? Red flag, Richie. He's coming needles. To their needles. Dude, shot our flag. On our flag also, dude. All nades up. Nice. Top center needles. Nice. Top in on our flag. Top center on our flag. Top center's gonna fuck you up. Go guys, only down 1, we can do this. Yeah, guys, we're literally only down 1. Our nades weak. Out for bomb. Let's clutch up right now. I don't see our nades. Gotta be our jump up. They're flag. Get our ramp board, guys. Our flag still. Here's me grenades. I don't see our ramp. Grenades. Yellow ramp. See our ramp board. He went grenades. Put it back. Bomb's spawn up. They're arming. Alright, they're gonna get He's got camo, that's what we want. Hope we don't spawn flag. Spawn literally, dude. I spawn. Our ramp board. Melee don't spawn. Dead. 2 dead. They'll jump up and they'll pot. 2. The ramp above you. There's a shot. Be on you, PJ. Their needles. Next camo's 11, guys. Nice job. 1 dead. 22, 11. Yeah, 22, 11.
See how lights out these guys are playing.
Oh, they really are. Lethal taking down all 4 players. That lets his team get the space they needed to go up 2-0 in their potential final game here of the series and the tournament. That's a big lead on Warlord Neutral Bomb. About 7 minutes left in regulation time. CLG needs to start getting control of camos if they want to bring this back.
And that listen-in, you know, was good because you heard CLG, you know, they're still motivated. They still want this. But, you know, for Evil Geniuses, man, this is, you know, for them, I mean, the listening probably sounds exactly the same. They're just doing everything right here, you know? And now it goes Lunchbox with the plant here, the front plant, because those nades are going to be flying in, having to jump up. That bomb's going to be down. Can he secure it? No. The bomb is going to get thrown down. That will not be the 3rd there for Evil Geniuses, but Snipe down has other plans as he has the camo. pushing up, looking around to see who's going to be around, but he has to be careful because he has no shields. And that goes the target at yellow. Nades flying through, gets the kill with the grenade, and Snipe Down continues to control this area with his team. A double kill for Snipe Down here. Maybe he gets the third, perhaps the trip. No, that player's going to run away, and he will get the killing spree instead, so he'll go ahead and take that one. Snakebite, though, through the portal. Snipe Down continuing to just put this pressure down. EG on fire.
Yeah, incredible use of the camo here from Snipe Down. Look at him so selectively choosing those battles. Lands the 4-shot on Ogre 2. Finally, he's taken down. Now over to his teammate Lethal.
Lethal, again, this player, I mean, we didn't see it on screen here, but there was an overkill for Lethal, apparently is what Sims had told us. So, you know, we'll keep a tab on that later on, probably get on the Twitters and tell you what happened. But regardless of the fact, it seems like CLG starting to make some moves here by the bomb. Nades flying in every single direction, though. One member of CLG might be by the med pack, but another one's going to be on yellow plat. Snipe Down, a clean headshot, and it seems like CLG's going for the plant. Can they get it? Yes, they do. Ogre 2 puts one on the board here, and CLG answers back with about 5 minutes left on the clock, 5.5 minutes. Let's see if they can do this, man. This is intense.
Just like we heard during the listening. Here's Royal 2 now with the camo. He picks up that kill. That's going to be big as well as he's clearing out his own base. Excellent shots against Lethal, taking him down as well. You heard it during the listening. CLG is down but not out. They're losing by 1 bomb here, but they know they can rally back into this match and into this series.
These are the moments that champions are born here, man. I mean, you know, you have to just show up for the moment, right? You know, come if the hour, come if the man, that kind of stuff. But it seems like Snakebite is, Lethal actually wants to get this one through the bomb. It's going to be about 75% planted. Snipe Down now on the push. He's going to get it, and that's going to be the third for Evil Geniuses as they put it on the board. CLG now has to get 2 here with about less than 5 minutes on the clock. This is so tough for them.
Yeah, that's a big arm there from the EG side, as all 4 down actually for EG for just a second. Lethal is off the respawn, but that's a big play. 4.5 minutes left in regulation. Once we hit the 15-minute mark, the game will end if it is not tied. So EG with that 1 bomb cushion now, they can really just play their game and slay. Excellent shots there from Lethal.
Exactly, but it seems like CLG is on the move here. Lunchbox able to stay alive, and he's going for the 4th, folks, and that's going to net them number 4. EG is 1 plant away from being the HCS Season 1 champions. Can they do it is the question. Snakebite, or Snipe Down finds one. CLG's Ogre 2 will fall victim, but he's going to start looking for Snakebite. Why not? Another one right around him. That's going to be Lunchbox here on your screen. Snakebite, there he goes, and he will get picked off finally, but it seems like EG just has their objective on the mind. They know that they are within spitting distance of getting $50,000 and hoisting that trophy over their heads. Roy now continuing to push forward, but CLG still has some fight in him, but a stick from him will actually net him the kill. Over to Snipe Down here as he's by the yellow. Melee's down. He's able to get the retaliation there, and it seems like this is the opportunity that EG was looking for here. They continue to get the slays, and they continue to push forward here, onward to 5.
That's right, Golden Boy. I have to remind you, it was just 2-1 a few minutes ago, but now 4-1 is a big lead here with only 3 minutes left. Look at Roy now with the camo. EG still in complete control.
This is dangerous for CLG. That camo inside of the enemy base is not what you want. Snakebite staying. Oh, never mind. Roy ends up finding him here. And are they going to start moving this one? Not just yet, but Roy is going to continue to slay this one out. CLG has the bomb. Royal 2's going for it. He's going for it, and he's going to get it, making it 4-2, but they have 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock here to work with. Bravo, can they do it?
Yeah, Snakebite only player alive. There is enough time for them to do it. They would need to make the perfect plays for the next 2.5 minutes to pull it off. Big credit to Royal 2 there for that sneaky arm, but EG has the bomb back in CLG's base again. Here comes Roy. He's taken down. Lunchbox is going to pick up that bomb and toss it right back into Snipe Down, who is going to start the arm.
Snipe Down has it. The season started with heartbreak. They lost Pistola. Was that the opportunity? Not just yet. but it seems like Lunchbox there wants to finish the job, and he finds the headshot, looking around for another one, taking that bomb forward, halfway through, Evil Geniuses looking for the victory, and they're the HCS Season 1 champions!
Evil Geniuses with incredible play, not only all weekend long, but towards the latter half of the season. They came out here to make a statement. Woo. They are your HCS Season 1 champions. Evil Geniuses, what a performance there in that grand finals.
3 in a row for Evil Geniuses. Counterlogic Gaming though, man, I mean, taking themselves $20,000 home, that's a good amount of money. But of course, $50K going to Evil Geniuses. They had one objective: win this tournament. There was nothing else on their mind. That was it, Bravo. They were so focused. They were so ready to go. They watched every single game. They studied every single play. And let's take a look at the scoreboard here. You got Lunchbox, a solid showing. This guy showed up big time in this series here. The strong showing in lockdown as well as this great performance here. He gets 2 plants to his name, but across the board, just incredible statistics for EG.
Yeah, look at Snipe Down as well, 34 and 23. Big numbers from him once again. He was so pumped up throughout the entire grand finals. You see smiles on his face as well, of course, as they've got to be feeling good. They come out of HCS Season 1 on top. Recapping their past few weeks, let's talk about how dominant they've been for just a second. The final 2 HCS Online Cups, 6 and 7, they win both back-to-back without dropping a single game. They only lose a single match at Gamers for Giving here at the HCS Season 1 Finals. It seems only fitting that their run here ended with a championship.
That's right, folks. It was quite the path here. Losing Pistola, thinking, what are they going to do? Who are they going to pick up? In comes Lethal and just shocks everyone with his incredible talent. And now they are the champions. Evil Geniuses, their road. Let's go ahead and recap this. You know, facing off against Noble Black. Noble Black had some fight in them. They took a match off of them, but it was onward to Cloud9, where they ended up getting that 3-0 sweep on the fan favorites. Then came the winner bracket finals, where CLG fought hard against EG, but because of that grueling battle that Noble Black gave CLG, one has to wonder how tired was CLG after that game. Well, there you see it right there, dropping only 3 games throughout this competition. Your winners, Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, incredible play from them. They'll take home $50,000 first place prize. Of course, also the Season 1 trophy and the bragging rights that they are truly the #1 Halo team in the world. Of course, a big congrats to CLG.
That's right.
Our second place team. They put up a great fight all tournament long, but it turned out in the finals, EG was just too much.
Yeah, man, it was quite the journey here, folks. You know, HCS Season 1 started with, the ESL preseason cups. You saw EG dominance from the beginning. CLG was also looking absolutely fantastic. All the major esports organizations recognizing that Halo esports is here to stay in a big way, and they wanted to get a piece of the action. Organizations like Evil Geniuses, who now have a Halo Grand Final Championship under their belt. Counterlogic Gaming, Denial Esports, Cloud9, Optic Gaming, so many incredible teams here want to get a piece of Halo action with the Halo Championship Series. Bravo, your thoughts?
You know, I have to say, what you actually reminded me, years ago back in Halo Reach, there were some rumors that Evil Geniuses was interested in the Instinct roster. You might remember that. That would have been the first major esports organization at the time really to plunge into Halo. So excited to see now that dream has come true, right? They picked up Roy Lunch and Towie on their squad. They've won the HCS Season 1 Finals. I got to say, Golden Boy, a big shout to you for joining us here this weekend.
Was my pleasure.
And Walshy as well. We'll hear from Clutch in just a minute, but the biggest shout out goes to you at home on twitch.tv/Halo for supporting competitive Halo all season long at this fantastic grand conclusion, of course. Also a big shout out to our local crowd here in Boston at PAX East. Let's go ahead and
give yourselves a round of applause, guys. You guys are incredible.
This has been a historic event for Halo esports. It has been great. Let's go actually back out to them, and Clutch, over to you on the main stage with our winners, Evil Geniuses.
Thank you very much, Bravo and Golden Boy. Congratulations, Evil Geniuses. Coach Towie, an impeccable play. But earlier today, it took Game 5 in order to get that victory against CLG. What was the difference for this 3-0 sweep?
The difference between that series and this one was our attention to detail. I would say we were able to communicate things much more easily in the second series. They maybe were a little fatigued after their last match, but we came out with perfect communication and we played our game.
What does this victory mean for you and for the Evil Geniuses organization?
Honestly, it means everything. I can vouch for these guys. We've been practicing nonstop for several weeks now through both of the Cups and the last event at Gamers for Giving. And this is what we practice for. This is what we're here for. So we want to thank everyone that's been supporting us, all of our fans that are here, Evil Geniuses for supporting us, Monster Gaming, and everyone for coming out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a huge congratulations to Snipedown, Lunchbox, Roy, Lethal, and Coach Towie. David Walsh has the trophy. Let's give it up one more time for your Season 1 champion, Evil Geniuses. A big thank you to our sponsors, G2A, BenQ, and a big thank you to PAX East. On behalf of 343, ESL, and Twitch, thanks for watching. We'll see you next season. Good night and good game.